We call in a guy who knows about as much baseball as you could, works for Fox, does the World Series, works for MLB Network, works for Sports Illustrated. He's our good friend, Tom Verducci. Tom, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing, day 4 without fresh air. Deprivation a little bit there, but you know what the winter meetings are all about.
And I've been to that hotel. You never leave that hotel.
No, but you get lost in the hotel.
Yes, you do.
People who haven't been here, it is enormous. It's gigantic.
All right, so very quickly, what did you think of the Yankees getting Castro? Do you think they made a good deal?
I do. I mean, look at that lineup they put out there in that playoff game against Houston. I mean, all year long you saw that against left-handed pitching. The Yankees were not very good. And listen, the second base position along with Chicago was the worst in the league. So it's definitely an upgrade. I know Brian Cashman talked about getting younger and more athletic. It's definitely an upgrade at second base. I like Adam Warren. I don't think he's just a fungible guy who is a spare part laying around. I think he'll pitch well for the Cubs, both starting and relieving. So, but I do like it. It's an upgrade. Castro is an interesting player. I think he's better than some people think he is with the reputation he's got. The issue with Castro is not his bat-to-ball skills. He does put the ball in play. He's a very aggressive swinger. I think he's not really a polished player still. He's more likely to do something to lose a game for you than a little thing to win a game. It's going to be interesting. I had one scout tell me he could go either way in New York. This could be the absolute best thing to happen for his career, or it could be the worst.
Don't you look at this as worth the risk, though, for the Yankees, Tom? I mean, and I get it. I like Adam Warren. I think everybody likes him. But the upside for a guy like Castro seems to be a lot higher than the upside for Warren, isn't it?
Well, I totally agree. I mean, this kid got 200 hits. Castro, we're talking about it, 20 years old, 21? I mean, very few people do that who are not really good, very good major league players. So I think, especially, there's definitely more of a need. I think they've done a good job collecting and developing a lot of right-handed power arms. So I think they have coverage there. I didn't like the idea of the Yankees going in next year with Ackley and Refsnyder at second base. Obviously, Brian Cashman didn't either. So especially against left-handed pitching now, you throw in Hicks and what he's going to be able to do to replace Chris Young. Castro, maybe he can be a two-hitter against left-handed pitching. Yeah, I think this is I don't want to say it's a win for the Yankees. I think both teams got what they wanted because that allowed the Cubs to sign Zobrist. But, yeah, from the Yankees side, this is exactly what they wanted to do.
All right, so the Cubs get Zobrist. That leaves the Mets having to go to a plan B. Do you like how they recovered? Do you like Neil Walker for this team for Nice?
I do. I mean, you can make a case plan B was better than plan A. Now, I'm not going to tell you that Walker's a better player than Zobrist. But 1 year Walker, as opposed to 4 years and, $50-some-odd million on Ben Zobrist, in his mid-30s, aging into his late 30s. I mean, that's a contract the Cubs may regret at the end of it. They've got a winning-type player who we all know we saw last year in the postseason. These guys, especially who put the ball in play in today's game, are so valuable. In a vacuum, I'd rather have Zobrist. There's no question about it. But based on the way the Mets are built, and it gives Herrera a little more time to develop at second base, and they still have money to spend. The $50-some-odd million they offered Zobrist now is still in the pocket, so that allows them to make another move. I think they came out okay. I'm not going to say it's the same as missing out on Carlos Gomez and lining up for Cespedes, but this is maybe another case where Plan B works out better than Plan A.
So let's speculate. They still got money, according to you. If they spend it, what guys are realistic to look out for the Mets as we move forward here?
I still think they need a good left-handed hitting center fielder. Those ones are hard to find. I know some people mentioned Denard Span, but reports I'm getting back on Span are very iffy. He's had some real physical issues in the last year or two, and a lot of people aren't sure how much he can play center field, or at least going into next year. It all depends on your medicals and what you're getting back, but I'm not hearing they're great. I thought a guy like Gerardo Parra might be a good fit for them. But, again, this is a guy now that teams look at more as a corner outfielder than a center fielder. That's what I would look at. It's hard to find a player like that. I'm giving you a type of player, but I haven't come up with a real good option for you yet.